Donegan, and I work at Sky Vista Middle School, where I'm the librarian, tech coordinator, and GT coordinator.
Hi, I'm Tina Barber. I teach English and journalism at Cherokee Trail High School. I advise both newspaper and yearbook, and I also work with our Reading and Writing Lab students.
I first learned about Breakout Edu when I was in the Teacher Leadership Certificate program, and then from there I heard about a few other teachers using it and saw a presentation at our district instructional technology coordinator meeting. And then I did some of the puzzle rooms, and I just found the learning really engaging and also a little bit challenging. So I worked with 6th grade social studies teachers. We hoped that students would gain better accuracy and ease with latitude and longitude, and see the ways that it interacted with climate and time zones and all kinds of different pieces. So I felt that the students had really good interaction with the content in that way. We also hoped that it would foster collaborative conversations, and I saw a ton of collaborative conversations going on as they were engaging in problem solving. And that creative problem solving was the last big objective, was that they were approaching a problem in multiple ways, and they were able to see the strengths of those multiple ways when they saw other group members trying out different methods than themselves.
And I had seen Breakout EDU. I had participated in it as a teacher leader in my building, and what I really wanted to see was how does working on a totally different task than our publication give us some insights as to what's working, what's not, in terms of our group dynamics.
In the classroom, they probably would have gone through some exercises of locating places on a map and then reporting their latitude and longitude on a sheet of paper. And here instead, they were given some of the latitude and longitude pieces, but not all of them, and so it had the puzzle feel to it. They also, once they had placed them, there was a check for accuracy that they could do independently. So instead of asking for teacher feedback, and that check was to know whether or not they had the right code to get into the lock. There was also a little bit of a pressure to increase their pacing, and that was driven by the competition from the Breakout EDU.
Both newspaper and yearbook, we have really intense moments where we're trying to meet deadline, and we work really well as a team, but we push. I try over the course of the year to have moments where our focus for the day is on more of a team building side of things than on the journalism side of things. So I was looking for something that we hadn't done before, because normally do more kind of physical initiatives where, you know, they're having to solve a problem using props like hula hoops and stepping stones and balls and ropes and those kinds of things. And I wanted something that was a little bit more intellectual from a how to solve the problem versus I'm going to physically try and solve it, because it mirrors more along the lines of what they do when they're, say, trying to get a newspaper out.
It was a competition, and we could it was with a group, and it was like eager to find out what puzzle it was. It helped a lot when we all worked together.
It was a bit more challenging because it wasn't just like geography, it was more like math and hunting skills sort of.
Usually in class we just get a worksheet, but we had to use our hands and stuff to get the codes done. I like the cardboard because I don't know, it was just the easiest one, and that we got compliment on it for being the first group to get it done fast.
Woo! Wow, you guys are I know we have 4.
I'm the editor-in-chief of Cherokee Trail's news publication, The Guide. I thought it was a really fun way to get us to work together. On a day-to-day basis, we all have to work together, but this was a different way, and it was kind of more fun than what we normally do. And we kind of got to see people's strengths in a different way than we usually get to. And the editors and the staffers, we were all working together. There wasn't really a hierarchy. We kind of bonded more. So there's been more talking and more socializing every year there's kind of like little groups that like always form, but I think doing this kind of helped break us out of those groups. So there's like different teams for each section now of the paper, and we're all working together with each other in like different ways. Some of the louder people like really like stepped up even if they weren't like a position of power normally, and like that was kind of interesting to see. It's like they're more comfortable now in the newsroom, so like they can, if they have an idea that they normally wouldn't say, like they're comfortable enough to like say what they want to say now around everybody.
I believe that the breakout activity really helped us get together as one big team and work together to solve a common problem. And I feel like we could really use that because we got to work together to get stuff done, and we were starting to fall away from that, but because of the breakout blocks I feel like we've come closer together.
Working together and putting it in a newspaper setting. So saying that we all work together, how are we going to move that into the real world? And how are we going to work together to put that for a deadline? So I don't like talk to everybody in there, so Breakout helped me kind of talk to the people already in there, so it's cool. It was challenging, but the challenging kind of paid off by getting what we got, so it was cool. We got newspaper deadline sheets. Those are a big deal for us, big deal.
What I liked about it is you kind of just have to get out of the way and let them do it. So it's a great opportunity to just observe how they interact with one another.
Extra effects that I hadn't really planned for was the buzz that created in the building around learning. When you have a Breakout EDU in a facility like we do here in our library, all the kids could walk through the halls and see what was going on, and they felt the engagement in the library, and so that made them curious about the learning and ask questions, and it made a collaboration wider than just that class. I know that the teachers will ask for it again next year because they had such a positive experience. And I also know that the 6th graders that move on to 7th grade will probably ask their teachers about whether or not they can have an experience like that because they really enjoyed it.